Why do I need to be good all the time? I'm wrapped around his finger, but he is mine. Don't care what they say, too late anyway. Why do I need to be good all the time?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Real Brit G's Vocal Lounge. Listen, we're back. I know it's been a long time since I sat down and talked to you guys. Last time we spoke, it was about motherhood and postpartum and what that journey was like for me. Well, my son is now 16 months and he is running things. So it's been a while since I've been on here. Definitely trying to be more active, but thank you for returning. Thank you for clicking the link. Be sure to subscribe and like this video before we even get into it. You can tell by the title, as you can tell by the thumbnail, we are talking about my 20s, saying goodbye to my 20s. It is Pisces season. We got 72 hours left in the ghetto world of being 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, whatever you want to call it. I'm out of here. Okay, I'm done. It was a blast, but it also was hell. There were a lot of things that I did not know. There were a lot of things that I had to learn. There were a lot of things that I had to grow and get over, and a lot of things that I had to change about myself. A lot of things that just maturity that I had to tap into to be the woman that I am today. There were a lot of L's. There were a lot of blessings and a lot of experience, a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but there were some times where I had to really check myself or check my surroundings, check who I was around, check the things that I was doing, check who I was to other people and the type of person that I was in environments, and just really think about and consider who I wanted to be in the future. So starting my 20s was really exciting. Of course, you graduate high school. I graduated high school at 18. So 19, 20, I was in college. I started off at the local community college, and that was fun. That was exciting. I was so green. I was ready for the future. I thought I was grown. You know, I had a little job at Old Navy, and life was really, really good. Life was still sweet at that time. You know, I didn't, the seriousness of life in adulthood and real obligations had not hit me yet when I turned 20, 21 even. You know, it was still fun. It was still a lot of fun. I was still very young. I was dating, you know, I had met my now husband, and I was in college. Like I said, I still had my friends in high school. So that was a really, really exciting time, my early 20s. As I progressed through my 20s, 22, 23, 24, is when I started to experience real life. My car had gotten broken into. My car had gotten towed. I started getting tickets and things of that nature. You know, I had bought a car and I was paying a car note on this vehicle. My credit score was good at that time, 22, 23 years old. So I went and purchased a car, not realizing all the responsibilities that came with the car. Financed a car early in my 20s, and that came with a lot of responsibility, especially coming up in New York City. Insurance was sky high. Tickets and tolls and those kind of things, really, I'm still to this day taking care of some of the things that I accumulated in my early 20s. Make sure you have a stable job, a stable income, and just truly understand the responsibilities that come with that. And when you get those tickets, when you get those tolls, pay them. Don't think they're gonna go away. They're not gonna go away. They will be there forever. They will send you reminders no matter where you are. If you stay in the state, if you leave the state, they will find you. So pay your tickets, pay your tolls, especially now in New York City, it's toll by mail. So when you get that piece of mail, log on. Instead of going to the hookah lounge, instead of going to happy hour with your friends, take the $30 or $40 and pay that toll, because it does add up. I have friends who are thousands of dollars in debt trying to pay off their tolls. So that is my number one advice. I know you're excited, your credit score is good, you want a nice fly car. When you get that car, just make sure you take care of it. Keep up with your car note, pay your insurance, because if you get a lapse in insurance, that's a whole nother deal. Okay? Yeah. So outside of purchasing a vehicle and being in college and having a job and sustaining employment and making sure that I had my own, I was also dating. I was also in a relationship. So that shaped me, of course. That shaped a lot of the choices and the decisions that I made. Thankfully, it's working out for me, and I had a sense of self-awareness and self-love, knowing what I wanted, knowing who I was and what I wanted my future to look like, and having a partner who supported that. I would just say, I wouldn't say to not get into a relationship, most definitely. If you meet someone that's nice and respectful and he treats you nicely, he takes you out, he doesn't make you feel uncomfortable, he's not abusive and things like that, date him. Get into a relationship with him. I'm not saying don't have a boyfriend or girlfriend. Have a boyfriend or girlfriend, but don't get married. Don't get pregnant. In your early 20s, 21, 22, 23, as much as you may like this guy, y'all are still very young at this time, and people change. Things change. You may change. So you don't want to tie yourself down so early in your life before you've accomplished all the things that you want to accomplish in your life, and kind of give yourself away, give your life away to someone so soon. Enjoy your life. Go out, make friends, travel, save your money, know what it is that you want to do with your life. And if you meet someone who is aligned with that, make sure you communicate and have open communication, and letting them know, this is what I'm doing. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm working towards. Can you work with that? Can you deal with that? And then watch their actions. If their actions line up with their words, move forward. But again, just have fun. My husband and I, yes, I met him when I was 19 years old. I'm now turning 30, so we've been together that long. We didn't get married until 2 years ago. We were boyfriend and girlfriend for 10 years before we tied the knot. There were a lot of things I had to learn about myself, a lot of growing I had to do. I had to get in a certain position that I was comfortable with before I gave myself to him, before I gave my heart away. And I'm glad that I did that. The sex may be good. He may be treating you to nice things. He may show you nice things, but always have that self-awareness, always have that self-love, and make sure that you are in the position that you want to be in, regardless of if this relationship works or not. You want to be secure within yourself. Practice safe sex. Please avoid pregnancy. I was also pregnant, like I mentioned in a previous podcast. I was also pregnant early in my 20s, and it rocked my world. I was not ready. Like I said, self-aware. I knew, hey, I'm not ready. I have some other things that I'm working on right now, and a child. I'm in my mother's house. I'm paying off my car. I'm working. I'm traveling. I'm performing. I'm singing. I'm doing a lot of things, and I do not want to have a kid right now. And I made that choice. You have that choice. So make that choice. If you feel like you need to make that choice, do not be afraid. Don't worry about what other people have to say about that. It is your choice solely. It's your body. It's your future. It's your life. I'm 30 years old, and I waited to have my son. And there's still a lot of sacrifices that I make, being gainfully employed, having my own place, having a husband. I still have to give myself more to my child than anyone else, my husband included, my family, my friends, his aunties, his cousins. It's you, mommy, at the end of the day. So make that choice. Really think about it before you dive into having this man's child. And also think about if this man is going to be the partner that you need in raising this child. All of these things matter. So earlier, I mentioned paying your tolls, paying your tickets, but also pay your taxes. That's something else that will follow you for the rest of your life. You won't be able to buy a home. Your credit score will be bad. They'll start garnishing your paychecks. Pay your taxes. File your taxes. If the IRS comes back and says, hey, you owe us this, get on a payment plan. Give them something. Acknowledge it. Don't let it fester. Don't let it build. It's not good. It doesn't go away. You may get rich, you may hit the lottery, yes, but you may not at the same time. So my recommendation is that you file your taxes every single year. Don't be afraid. There are systems in place to help you, to guide you. There are plenty of tax accountants out there, or financial accountants, who will file your taxes for you. So you don't necessarily have to do it. You just have to submit your W-2 and wait to hear from the IRS and move from there. Always acknowledge the paperwork that you're receiving, okay? Don't let it build up. Don't let it build up, because then you'll be ready, you'll have this good paying job, and then they'll start taking your money. You don't want that. So pay your taxes, file your taxes, hire yourself a dependable accountant, a dependable tax preparer, and allow the professional to do the work for you. If you have any questions, go on Google. Listen, make sure your money is right. Make sure your finances are in order. Make sure your affairs are in order. If something happens to you, you just want to make sure things are where they need to be, especially as a Black woman in this country. You want to be secure. You want to be secure. You want to have everything that you need. So please, 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 please. So in addition to all of that, I want you ladies to take the time to get to know yourself. What do you like? What do you like to eat? Where do you like to travel? What places do you like to go? How do you like to dress? What places do you like to shop at? The things that you like, the things that you don't like, the types of personalities that you like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you, where you like to go, the things you like to do, who you like to be around. Take that time and don't ignore that. Don't just be around any old body or any old atmosphere because it's popping and it's lit. Does it align with you? Does it align with who you truly are? Being popular, I've been down that road before as well, trying to hang out with and be cool with people that really ain't for me, okay? In the end, as you close out your 20s and you start to enter into your 30s, it's just not worth it. You look at it like, damn, I wasted time. I wish I was at this place that I am right now back when I was 24. Unfortunately, sometimes you live and you learn. You have to go through things and learn from them to know better, yes. But if you can, anyone that's watching this or listening to this, just try to listen to that little voice in your heart. Listen to that little voice in your head. If there's something about it that's uncomfortable for you, tread lightly. Tread lightly. You don't have to be at every function. You don't have to accept every invitation. You don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to be around everyone. Take time and spend time with yourself. Love on yourself. Have some self-respect. Because when you don't have self-respect and you just kind of go with the flow and you're doing everything everywhere, people will start to misuse you. And you don't want to be in environments and surroundings and with personalities that don't align with the things that make you happy or what makes you happy. So if you feel funny, just listen to that. You don't have to curse them out or fall out with them, or have it be a big old ugly situation because they don't align with you. Just bow out gracefully, be a lady. That's something that I had to learn. I am no expert, but these are some of the things that I've learned. Now at 29, 3 days away from 30, I am like thinking back on when I was 23, 24, like, what was I really doing? I didn't know. I had to live and I had to learn. But I wish I had someone to stop me and be like, does that really work for you? Are you really happy there? Do they really align with your future self, with your better self? Do you really want to do that? Is that really what you're into? Not really. I wish I had some guidance. I wish I had a mentor of some sort to guide me through those moments. And I didn't really. I was just kind of everywhere doing everything with everybody. And half those people, or more than half of those people, I no longer speak to. And that's just what it is. We have to learn the power of sacrifice. Like I said previously, you don't have to be everywhere. You don't have to buy everything. You don't have to be at every function. Sometimes making that small sacrifice to pay that toll, to pay that ticket, to pay that bill, it will pay off in your later 20s. You will be less stressed at 28, 29 if at 22, 23 you just handled your responsibilities. Don't take them lightly. Once you turn 18, girl, guy, who is ever watching, you are grown and your responsibilities are yours. So if you're in college, if you're working, if you have a car, if you are just solely taking care of yourself, you're an adult, you don't have any kids, it's just you. You know, I'm thankful for my parents, don't get me wrong. My parents and my family have definitely supported me over the years, but still at the end of the day, the majority of my responsibilities were mine. Whatever I accumulated was because it's the choice that I made. It's what I neglected. So it's great to have a supportive family, yes, but if you can just avoid altogether accumulating certain debt, certain bad decisions, it'll pay off. You'll do much better without, trust me. Save your money. $5 a week, $10 a week, $2 a week. Open an Acorns app. Store your funds. I have Acorns right now, still to this day. I've been using it 10 years. Every time I swipe something, if I buy something that is $2.50, Acorns rounds it to the next dollar and it stores the 50 cents. So if I buy something for $2.50, it'll charge $3. Acorns will take $3 and the 50 cents will be stored. And it adds up. After a month, I have like $40. Just find little ways, find apps to save your money. I recommend Acorns. And if you can, I was never really disciplined enough to put the money away myself, which is why I decided to download Acorns because it does it for me automatically. But if you can, put a little change away for a rainy day. It helps. Save your money. Friendships. Scary topic. Scary topic for me. Scary topic. All I can say is choose them wisely. Monitor yourself. Watch what you say. Sometimes you may think you're joking, or you may take something lightly that your friend will take very seriously. And it can go places, and you could end up in a situation that you never expected. You can end up in a fight. You can end up with your feelings severely hurt. You can end up in a bad argument, losing that friend. You can end up dead. There are a lot of young people to this day that are still dying for making bad choices and being around the wrong people. So just all I can say is to choose your friends wisely, and don't even use the word friend so loosely. If you have one or two people that you hang out with, you have fun with, that you kick it with, cool. That's fine, but don't take it so seriously. Don't think that they're going to be your friends for the rest of your life. Again, I'm biased. I've had bad experiences with friends. Most people have. But make friends. Meet people. Go out there, apply yourself, and don't be afraid of who you are, and speak to people. You never know. But also just be very careful, and don't expect the most. Don't expect things not to go left. Everyone is not who you are. You may have genuine intentions. You may expect this person to be in your life for the rest of your days, but one little thing and that can change. I'm just now at that place again where I trust myself again to tread lightly in making friends and opening myself up, because it's just time. It's time. Whatever I went through was many, many years ago, and it's time to open myself up again. And I deserve good friendships. I deserve loyal people in my life. My only friend right now is like my husband and my kid sometimes. But, you know, I'm ready to meet like-minded individuals, and I'm ready to have fun again and be around a group of girls. For a long time, I was not able to freely, openly do that. So I'm back at that space in life right now. And it took me to go through what I went through, heal from that, and now I'm here. So like I'm saying, I wish I had someone before all of that happened to tell me, hey, Britt, tread lightly. And even if there was one or two people that said, hey, tread lightly, I didn't listen. So I'm reinforcing that to whoever wants to hear it. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, don't compare yourself to anyone. You are you. You were specially made by God, and there is no one quite like who you are. So if we don't have you, we don't need two of somebody else. We don't need that. What you think is admirable about the next person, you have no idea what that person has to go through or lives with on a daily basis to live the life that they live. When it's all said and done, it's not that admirable. Trust me. So just be you. Stick to the things that you're into. Stick to the things that you enjoy. What pulls at your heartstrings, follow that. Don't worry about anybody else. If they love you, if they rock with you, they will see you for who you are, and you will have the perfect circle. If you are who you are, that person is who they are, and that person is who they are. There's no comparison. That is what makes up a true friend group. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I was happy and green when I started my 20s, but I was naive. I was oblivious. I didn't know what was coming my way. Now I have the courage, I have the knowledge, I have the wisdom, I have the experience. I know that this next chapter is going to be a lot different than the previous. I told my friends that I'm going to spend my 30s the same way I spent my 20s, but this time with boundaries, this time with financial literacy. I'm still gonna have fun. I'm not old, I'm just wiser. So yeah. What's up, y'all? Obviously, this is a different day, different scene. I got caught up in a few things last time, but we're back and we're gonna finish this off. In conclusion of this episode, your 20s are for exploring yourself, exploring the world, identifying who you are, meeting new people, making new experiences, meeting new friends, and overall just having a good time and not really giving a damn. Once you know who you are, you've identified who you are, going into your 20s, you feel so liberated. There's nothing that nobody can say to you or say about you or tell you about yourself. And it's just like, I made it, I'm here. All the trials and tribulations were stacked against you, yet and still here you stand. And that's the feeling that you want to have. That's how I feel today. Like, yo, I've been through it all, but I'm still happy. I'm still blessed. God is still on my side. I think at the end of the day, the message that I want to share is don't allow your good times and your irresponsibility and your fun times and your carelessness to run you into debt or behind bars. Always take that second to just think about what you're going to say, what you're going to do, the money you're about to spend on something. Always just take an extra moment to analyze it. Does it make sense? Is it really that important? Just think about that. The last thing that you want to do in your 30s or as you enter your 30s is spend money cleaning up the trail of mess that you left behind in your 20s. If you just take that second to think about it, it'll save you a lot of time. It'll save you a lot of money. It'll save you a lot of heartache. It'll save you a lot of stress. Be strong and know that tough times, they don't last always. And you've got this. If I made it, you can make it. It's all good. Don't be afraid. Don't be worried. Don't be stressed about it. Just let it flow. Keep God on your side. Keep him on the main line. Do you hear me? The main line. Okay? Number 1 in the contact list. And that's all. that is all for today's episode. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like, comment below. Let me know what you think about today's episode, what your experience was like in your 20s, and don't forget to subscribe, share the video, and like I said, guys, thank you so much. As you all know, I'm a full-time working mom, so I understand that my content is not always very consistent. I'm gonna work on that. I'm 30 now, so I want to do things differently. Understand? So thank you guys for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget.
Why do I need to be good all the time?